What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode here on Chef Chronicles. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make a chocolate cake at home with ingredients that I already went ahead and preset. So right here I definitely have my milk separated, and then I have my eggs, more milk, and some vanilla extract as well separated. Then I have my fat. I'm using shortening today because I do need my butter. So I do have some shortening and butter mixed in here together, but I'm using more shortening than butter. And of course, our dry ingredients. I have cocoa powder, some salt, some sugar, some baking powder, some baking soda, and some cake flour here. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this episode. So of course, the very first set of ingredients that you are going to do is take all your dry ingredients and sift them together. Once they are sifted together, you definitely want to go ahead and take your milk that you definitely did not combine with your eggs first, and you're going to add it into this mixture along with your fat. Here I'm using my shortening and my butter mixture and add it in, and we're going to blend this up until it's nice and thick. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes. So in the meantime, before we start creaming our ingredients, we're definitely going to head and preheat our oven for 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So go ahead and do that while you are working on your batter. Okay, so once your batter is a nice, what we're doing is basically breaking down the shortening and the butter into it so that way we can have this like thick, nice, fluffy cake batter. But if not done, we're going to go ahead and scrape down the sides of the bowl and on the bottom just to make sure that all the butter and shortening is combined in. Okay, so now that it's been about 5 to 7 minutes and our batter looks like this, we're going to go ahead, and if you didn't have to, like I did, I basically combined my other half of my milk with my eggs and my vanilla extract in a bowl, and you can go ahead and do that if you need to, but I did that already. So the next step that we're going to do is take our eggs and vanilla extract and milk, and we're going to definitely combine it into 3 sections. And every time it's fully incorporated, we're going to scrape around the bowl to make sure it is a nice, even coated of everything. So here's my first section. So as you can see, the batter is starting to become a little bit looser. That is exactly what happens when we add in our last batch of milk, eggs, and vanilla extract. It becomes a horrible batter, right? So now we're going to take our spatula and we're going to go ahead and scrape around in the bottom. Keep doing that process until all your egg mixture is completely combined. Okay, so once you add in your last set of eggs, you definitely want to crack it up on high speed, which is what I did, for 5 minutes, and then you should have this nice smooth batter. Definitely when you definitely add in like the last part of eggs, it will be pourable, but definitely once you do that, definitely whip it up for 5 minutes on high speed, just so you could get a consistency as still pourable, but also thick and light. So once that is done, go ahead and your prepared pan, whether you choose 8 or 9 inches, and make sure your pan is lightly buttered, and you can go ahead and bake your batter for 30 minutes. Okay, so once your cake bakes in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes, mine took 35, a little bit, 5 more minutes. So definitely if you feel like you need to put that extra 5 minutes, go ahead and do that. And eventually your cake will come out like this. So I definitely, once it come out of the bake, I let it cool completely. And once I was done with it cooling completely at room temperature, I eventually cut off the top, which I did say this to before in videos before, that the very top of the cake that is baked, it has a blooming, which is like a sticky substance that is on top of the cake. You definitely want to go ahead and cut off that top, and if you have to, cut off a little bit at the bottom if you like. And then what you do is definitely cut your cake into 2. Once you cut it into 2 and it's nice and cool, you can definitely go ahead like I did and wrap it up and store it in some parchment paper, or you can do, I'm sorry, not plastic wrap. I don't know why I said parchment paper, but definitely go ahead and wrap it up inside some plastic wrap. And after it's cut, you can definitely just put it back together. A way you can cut your cake and make sure it's nice and even, you can take your finger and the 1 inch mark, you will put it there on your cake, and you can look at it where your finger, the line is, and that line definitely would indicate where you should cut and score the cake. So there we go, you guys. There you have it, a quick, simple, basic chocolate cake technique. You definitely want to go ahead and do that, and like I said, just wrap it up, or you can cool it on to room temperature and just store it, or for later use, or you can go ahead and fill it with whatever you choose. So I hope you guys like this episode. I know it was super quick and super fast, but please don't forget to like and share, subscribe for more content. Peace.